There's nothing wrong with outgrowing people, and there's nothing wrong with cutting people off, because this is your life, and people mature and grow at different rates and different speed. It's okay to outgrow people, and you definitely don't have to feel guilty for that. Growth means change, and change isn't something everyone around you is always willing to do. Some people will stay stuck in the bad habits, the same mindsets and the same cycles. So if you're trying to become better mentally, spiritually, physically, then sometimes you have to cut people off to work on yourself. And you can't always bring everyone with you. We think loyalty means holding on to every person we've ever known, but sometimes real loyalty is to yourself. Because at the end of the day, who's showing up for myself every single day? Me. Nobody on this world loves me or knows me better than I know myself. Some people were only meant to be a part of a chapter, not the whole story. Holding on too tightly can keep you from turning the page. And of course, brother, it hurts losing friends, distancing from family, realizing people you once loved don't fit where you're going, but that doesn't make them bad. It doesn't make you bad neither. It just means that your paths are different. Sometimes my chest do hurt swiping on my phone, looking at them old videos of me and my partners doing dumb stuff that I will not speak on this video. But that's not the type of person that I am anymore, and those are not the things that I want to indulge in anymore, because I'm trying to level up and I'm trying to better myself. And of course it's lonely now. Of course my phone's dry as shit and I'm not in a group chat that's constantly buzzing and buzzing and hitting my phone with notifications. Of course my phone's dry as hell. But sometimes the journey is going to be silent. Sometimes the journey is going to be cold. Sometimes the journey is going to be lonely. Whenever you're cutting people off and opening that and allowing that space so that God can put the right people in. But if that space is not there, and if you're not sitting there with your thoughts so that God can talk to you, but you got the noise of your 5 closest negative friends just in your ear constantly. Let's skip, bro. Let's vape. Let's smoke. Let's go to this party. Let's go do this, right? You got your 5 closest friends just in your ear constantly telling you bullshit, right? Not only are they taking up the seats that God would fill with better people, but they're also blocking God's word. It's like you have no time to think early in the morning. You jump out of bed, you play your music. God cannot reach you. God cannot talk to you. God cannot bless you with no fresh ass ideas whenever you're first waking up in the morning, because you're blocking out his words with music, right? The same way that those negative ass friends will block out the Lord's spirit with their negative tongue. What are you feeding your spirit? But anyways, in all honesty, it's going to be lonely and it's going to be hard, and you're really going to see if you truly love yourself or if you're insecure. Do I love myself and respect myself to maintain distance, to maintain silence, to maintain respect, even whenever it gets cold, even whenever it gets hard? Even though I'm a little insecure and I don't like eating alone at lunch, I'd rather eat in a big friend group with a lot of people because I'm just so insecure and I feel like a dork whenever I eat alone at lunch. But in all honesty, I'd rather eat alone when I feel a little bit of insecure instead of surrounding myself with people that I know aren't good for me, that are bad mouth. Because I'd rather deal with that insecurity than run from it, and I'd rather respect myself than disrespect myself. So if that means that I have to face my insecurity head on every single day whenever I'm eating alone at lunch, then I'll do that instead of hanging around in a friend group where they're constantly trying to make me the butt of the joke. What matters is this: don't shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Don't slow down your growth so that someone else can catch up. If they're meant to walk with you, they'll grow too. If not, let them go in peace. At the end of the day, you have to protect your future, your peace, and your calling. And sometimes that means outgrowing people, and that is 120% okay. You can't hold on to everybody. I damn near hit a vape the other day. I had to pause and think, what's the music I've been listening to? What are my 5 closest friends looking like? What is the shit that's been feeding into my spirit for me to even get stressed and even consider doing some retarded shit like this, right? It wasn't like I'm holding it about to hit it. No, it was a thought that popped up in my mind, and I never have thoughts like that, and I never feed into thoughts like that, and you shouldn't either. If you're having stupid ass, dumb ass thoughts like that, you pause. You stop everything. Wait a damn minute. I'm not supposed to be having thoughts like that. Why am I having thoughts like that? What's going on? We need to break this down so that this does not fester and grow and linger in my mind. Right? Because it always starts as like a sporadic thought. Damn, she got buku ass. Right? And you do not stop it there. You allow that thought to fester in your mind. It'll grow. I promise you. You walking on Home Depot, damn, she got ass. Next thing you know, you're on Instagram. You hold it for a couple, usually you just scroll right past it. You're on Instagram now, you're holding it for a little bit. Okay, you scroll past. Next thing you know, you relapse on a random Thursday night. You're like, damn, why did I relapse? I haven't been feeding into, my sexual actions. I haven't jerked off in 2 months. Why did I just randomly relapse? It's because you've been feeding into your sexual thoughts, dumbass. Thoughts lead to actions. Actions lead to habits. Habits dictate the type of person that you are, and they build your environment. With that being said, there's nothing wrong with outgrowing people, and there's nothing wrong with cutting people off, because this is your life, and people mature and grow at different rates and different speed. You shouldn't feel guilty for having enough self-respect for you to be like, hey, you're feeding into me negatively. You're planting these bad thoughts and actions in my mind. And in all honesty, I don't want you around for the betterment of myself, because I do not want to allow someone, especially one of my closest friends, to be feeding these negative thoughts into my ear. But anyways, like and subscribe. We got one more videos like this. Peace. Oh, but hold on. Do y'all see the background change? I ended up moving my mirror over here, but it's blocking the freaking Cowboy Bebop picture, so I think I'm gonna put that right here, because this is just like an empty blank wall. But with that being said, hey, like, subscribe, man. Hope hopefully I was able to teach somebody some bullshit today.